and not make me talk like that.
What are you doing? You've entertained yourself there, haven't you?
Try and do an upside down smile and then talk to me. Here we fucking go! It's Killer Rabbit Podcast, Yorkshire's #1 alternative news podcast, where each of the members are in their own little private houses, hiding away from each other because we really don't like each other. Really, that's the USP of this podcast. We all secretly hate each other. It's Sam here, your host, and I'm joined by my most hated friends, Mr. Adam Chase.
Fuck you, Sam. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you too.
Go to this other person that we hate.
Yeah, where is he? Where's that fucker?
Where's that bastard?
Where is he?
Guys, I don't think this is very nice. I love each of you dearly and individually, and I never knew our USP was to hate each other. This is a very upsetting start to the show.
It's in the contract.
I didn't sign a contract because you wouldn't let me. You said you can't read. I should have really read the signs from there when you were mocking my literary skills.
Well, I brought it up for a reason, actually. I did bring it up for a reason.
Did you see a meme?
No, it was loyal listener Shireen, who was not mentioned on the show for a whole 3 episodes. She's probably getting withdrawal symptoms from being mentioned.
We were mentioned on the last episode and the episode before, but I get your point.
Mentioned on every episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we actually?
We went through a few of our listeners last week.
Maybe it's just par for the course then. But yeah, a while back I asked people to send us questions, suggestions and topics, and a lot of people did, and then I just forgot about them and ignored them all for a while.
You finally got people to engage and then threw it in the bin.
I know.
It was like, I was like, oh guys, look at all this stuff that everybody's sending in. Let's ignore it all and throw it away. But I'm going to make up for that tonight. I've got a few little things from our listeners that I want to cover off. One of which was Shireen got in touch. She didn't really have any questions to say, so she wanted to know, are we friends in real life, or
No.
do we actually get on?
No.
And I just thought, no, we all hate each other. But then I thought, is that a thing? Is the podcast out there where people just podcast without liking each other? Does that actually happen? Would that work?
I imagine, similar to like a band like the Beatles, for example. Towards the end, they did not like each other.
That's true, but they were together for a very, very long time and in each other's pockets and, creative differences, man.
But what I mean, I'm sure there'll be podcasts out there where they all hate each other, but then they make that much money from it.
That's it. I think it's when money gets involved.
We don't have any money and we hate each other, so we're fucked.
Very true. We have no money at all.
But maybe these podcasts where it's like, significant others. Yeah, I bet there's some hatred there, isn't it? It's just like, we've got to do this podcast because our agents said so, and I know we don't like each other and we're probably going to get divorced, but we'll make a lot of money off it. Because that's the thing now, isn't it? That's the podcast thing now. It's like husband and wife team or girlfriend and boyfriend get together and have marital disputes on microphones. What could possibly go wrong?
That's what we want to hear. That's what everyone wants to hear, right?
It's like a soap opera, but for your ears.
Should we get married then? Or should we just get annoyed at each other for not doing the dishes and
Is this
leaving
how you
toilet
propose
seats
to
up?
people, Sam?
Yeah. Will you marry me, both of you two?
This was his plan all along, Benson. He's like, I'm going to spend 4 years doing a podcast with him, and then
drop the big question. Surely it's bigamy. If you're marrying both of us, it's bigamy.
Yeah,
right?
it's a throuple or nothing.
Fine. Adam.
Yay!
I don't know. I was saying fine. Fine, I'm going to consider it. I didn't say fine, yes. Adam, what do you reckon?
I don't know. It sounds a bit...
This is where the
dodgy.
podcast market's going, guys. You
Get
have to be
married.
in.
So we have to get
You have to be
married.
in a relationship.
We have to-
Otherwise, it's just not going to work.
Okay, well, suck me off and then we'll see what happens.
We have to all get married. We have to move in together, and then we have to have marital disputes.
Hey, if we
okay?
lived together, though, that means we wouldn't have to do the remote recording and we could record 5 episodes a week.
Hey, that'd be much
Imagine.
easier,
Churn them
right?
out.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
I'm
Do you leave
sold on
toilet
the
seats
idea.
up?
I don't leave the toilet seat up. I'm very well house trained now. I'll have you know.
Like
You're well house trained.
friendly, like a friendly dog.
Yep, I leave. Yeah, well, exactly. There's 2 dogs in this house, so we're both house trained.
And all he requires is his food putting in a bowl and a little scritch behind the ears every now and again, and he's anybody's.
Well, I have to lead by example. I can't be doing stuff like that and then expecting the dog to, do things that I'm not doing. So I
Expecting the
put the
dog
toilet seat
to
down.
put the toilet seat up.
I do the dishes. I eat from
Dog
my
does
dog
the dishes.
Yeah, and the dog does all that. I can't just ask. I can't go, hey, Dex, can you do all this even though I'm not doing it? I don't even leave skid marks on the pan anymore,
What do you mean you don't? You mean you clean them up if you do?
No,
You
I have reconstructed my anus to fully direct the feces into the water.
How did the reconstruction occur?
You just added like a funnel. It's a stitched in plastic funnel.
That's not reconstructing then, is it? That's
body
modifying.
modifications.
Yeah.
So if you had plastic surgery on your face, that would be reconstructive surgery sometimes.
So you just had an anal reconstruction.
Yep, that's
Into
exactly
a
what I
funnel.
said. I actually said anus. Yeah, but it is. But we're missing a trick over here because how our toilets work. There's too much water in a narrow pan, whereas in America, you basically poo into a bowl of water, and then it all just goes and disappears.
I hated American toilets.
That's because you fell down it, Sam.
No.
Help me!
He
Help
got
me.
trapped in it for the duration of his trip there.
And you have to wear a life jacket every time
The thing
you go
is,
for a poo.
that might be it because I can't remember the reason that I hated them. I just remember hating them.
So maybe
weird,
I did
weird
fall into one and
shapes
get
or
stuck
something.
there. for
They're
the
weird shape
whole
because
journey.
they have to take on average bigger poos. They have to handle bigger poo content.
Why?
That's not real.
It is because
Do Americans have bigger shits than the rest of the world?
Americans have bigger everything.
You've eaten an American diet before, right? For like 2
I
weeks whilst you've
couldn't
been
even
there.
finish a portion in an American diet.
We couldn't even finish the fucking alcoholic coffee, me and Adam. Well, we did. We managed to get through
We
it.
definitely did.
But it was like 3 gallons of coffee in the morning.
I wanna
Nobody
go
needs
and eat
3
some of that
gallons.
Food now.
I want to go back to America. In fact, you know what? Let's get
me
married
too.
and then make enough money off the
Honeymoon.
podcast that we can honeymoon in Vegas.
Oh, you're taking
That
us
sounds
to
like a
Vegas,
special.
Sam.
That sounds like a special, that guys.
Yeah, that'll be in fact just the American special because we need to do
Honeymoon
like
edition.
imagine Route 66 in a camper van recording the whole way across.
We've talked about that. That's the dream, isn't it? Can you imagine getting paid to do
It's a
that?
dream. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
and then
you
we'll be
want
on
your dream
like
to do.
like there's the Gordon Ramsay Gina show. I don't know what it's called, but where the 3 of them go around Europe
Ramsay
in a
Gina
camper
show.
van. Would be way much
Yeah.
more. Would be way more fun. Just be getting leathered all the time.
Yeah,
Partying
and we
in
won't
America.
we won't have cooking and food talk. It'll be all talk about knobs and stuff. Way
Yeah,
more
jizz
entertaining.
and
Yeah. Let's talk about
Love
knobs
that.
and stuff.
Yeah. But going back to the previous point, have you ever got a new toilet and struggled with it in terms of? I think you get very used to your own toilet at home.
Do you mean like the
without even
comfort,
realizing it?
the comfort side of it and finding your sweet spot?
Not even that. No, not even that. So we got a new toilet when we got the bathroom done, and for months it's got like a little ledge thing going on. Like
It's got a ledge?
ledge within the pan, and we were constantly shitting on the ledge.
Like a pool
You
ledge.
just have- yeah, like a pool ledge.
What's the
And you
that's a design flaw.
Why do they
is
have a
that?
pool edge in the toilet?
I don't know.
The
but it
pan
does.
is meant to not exceed the rim of the toilet seat
The whole
by
point is
design
it's
so
meant
that
to-
you don't shit on a ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine now.
What did you do?
You've
Remove the
adjusted
ledge?
your pooping
No.
position.
No, I didn't
Did you
even
just get
realize
rid
I
of
was
the
doing it.
ledge?
No, the ledge is still there, but there's no ledge pooing anymore. It
Why?
just happens. It's a natural progression into not pooing on that ledge.
Maybe
I
your
can
ledge,
safely say that's
the
never been
ledge
an
and
issue for me.
Uranus had a conversation. Maybe
If I'd
Uranus
seen
just didn't like the
a,
ledge to start with.
If I was
Yeah,
buying
but-
a toilet and it said there's a ledge inside it that you might poo on, I wouldn't buy that toilet.
Did it have a warning sticker?
Yeah, you're warning you may shit on a ledge. And ledge
There's
could be short for
warning sticker,
legend.
no. It,
There was
honestly,
no
I didn't
warning.
think much about the toilet when I was picking the suite for the bathroom. I wasn't particularly
Picking the
bothered about the
sweets?
toilet. I was like,
What kind of sweets
Next time you buy a new bathroom, Sam, you're going to be real careful about the toilet.
I want a Japanese toilet. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
There we are.
I'm
Oh,
actually
that
thinking
cleans its own ledge. That's a
Yeah.
self-cleaning ledge system.
you can get like a modification going back to mods for your existing toilet where it's like a Japanese toilet seat, and it still does all the stuff. It's plumbed in, squirts up your ass, blow dries your ass, all that stuff, sings at you.
I imagine the Japanese have the cleanest bottoms.
I can attest to that. I don't know how I can.
Sam, tell us the story. Tell us the story.
So 8 years ago in Tokyo.
This sounds like the start of a major blockbuster film. 8 years ago in Tokyo.
One man, one toilet, and a man named G High.
Yep, it's gone now. The idea's gone. Ruined.
Yeah, ruined. Sorry. But yeah, Japanese toilets. I would absolutely love one of those things. I'm very,
Why didn't
very
you get one of
passionate
them
about
when you
that.
bought your sweets for the toilet?
I didn't even know it existed. I heard it on another podcast.
You didn't know
actually.
Japan existed?
No, I thought it was mythical, a mythical island, like Greendale or something. No, I didn't know the modifications for your existing toilet. I know you can get a Japanese toilet, but they're thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds.
Is
But
that
this-
bad?
Yeah, they're pretty good, man. They're
It's a
pretty
niche
good.
market, mate.
Why is it niche? Everybody needs to go to the toilet. That's the least niche thing in the world.
No, everybody needs to
Look,
go to
right,
the
shitting
toilet,
is
but
niche as fuck. What you on about?
the technologically
You guys
advanced
are
version of a
shitting.
toilet's niche.
Well,
I can prove it's
fu-
niche. How many of us have a Japanese toilet? Do any of us have a Japanese toilet?
That
I've
doesn't
got
mean
7.
it's niche.
I think it does. Okay, listeners, get in touch if you have a Japanese toilet. There's out
Do
of
you know
the
what?
100,000 of you, if not one person responds saying they've got a Japanese toilet, that means that it is niche. 100,000 should be enough.
I'd like to address our American listeners at this point as well, because I believe some of them, maybe not all of them, say niche instead of niche. And that
Niche?
just-
Well, that's wrong.
Niche,
That's wrong. It's
yeah.
It's
niche.
just wrong.
Oh,
I
it
can't
turns
pronounce
out
the
so much.
French.
Straight up wrong. That's not even like just
A word.
pronunciation. That's just
Yeah, they
straight
say.
up wrong.
I think it's an Americanism. They say niche and not niche. It's a bit offensive, that isn't it? A bit horrible.
Yes.
They
bit
really
rude.
hate
Yeah.
the French, don't they? The Americans.
They really hate the French.
Yeah, they always like take French words and just butcher them.
Oh right, okay. That's it. Croissant. No, they pronounce croissant quite normally, I think. What other French words do they butcher? Give examples.
I don't
Using
even
objects
know,
that
to
you
be
can
fair.
see right now in your room.
Well, I don't have many American objects around me. They just steal French things as well. French fries, what's that about? Aren't they freedom fries in America?
They're called cuisine cousin.
Cousin.
Are you going to have some French cousin tonight? Excuse me.
They sound. You're being silly.
I'm
James-
being silly.
James, you're being silly. Stop being silly.
James?
Yeah,
Sunday
just outed
names
you.
again.
Oh, I'll give your full name out and address on this podcast.
What? Don't dox me. My own podcast.
I put it out on all the social medias, everywhere. Everywhere.
I couldn't handle the hate mail. Don't do it.
Oh, no one would
So-
send you hate mail. You're far too innocent and small for that.
Going back to your previous point, though, saying that shitting is niche. I'm having trouble with it at the moment. I'm having
Are you
trouble with
blocked
it.
up, lad?
With pooping.
I think so. I'm hoping it's not anything terrible, but yeah, not having a good time with toilet time at the minute.
Is
So
it- are
that's,
you unable
that's the
to?
reason why I was a bit like today. I was a bit like, oh, I can't face double podcasting. 'Cause I
Drink
just-
some 3-day-old milk. So 3 days after the expiry. Chunky
Oh.
lemon milk.
That
Get that
sounds
down,
like that sounds like A, an old wives' tale, and B, fucking disgusting.
It's not an old
There's
wives'
no
tale. I just
juice.
made it up. I'm just trying to poison you. But
Prune
Oh.
juice, innit? It's all about the prune juice, apparently.
yeah, prune
Yeah.
juice. Avoid. What is it you avoid? Is it fibre that you avoid? Oh, no, you need fibre.
Yeah, need some of that stuff.
Just get some waxes.
I've got some tablets, fiber gel they're called, right?
Oh,
and
my
the-
dad, yeah.
They're the biggest tablets you've ever seen in your life.
Well,
And you
they're
have to
go up your
take s-
bottom.
No, they're not to go up your bottom. You eat them.
Yes, they are. They're a,
No, they're not.
they're a
not
repository.
They're not a repository. No, it's
They're
not a
a
repository.
They're
Or
not a repository. You never
Some
Or a
people
put
tell me you've
suppository.
not put them in
things
your
in there.
mouth.
Benson, I'm telling you, the
You-
edible,
you
the
gotta check the
citrus
packet now.
flavored.
Look, edible
ci-
by
no,
the
I
bum
don't.
bum is
Sam-
different to
Sam-
edible
No.
by the mouth.
I'm telling you, you're meant to put it up your bum and then it
No,
gets everything
no.
going.
No, this is not what they are.
No.
No. He's saying citrus. He's slowly realising the citrus flavour for your bottom.
No. Yeah, because my bottom loves the taste
citrus
of lemons.
bum flavoured. Not citrus mouth flavoured.
You need to appeal to your anus. Your poor anus enjoys flavour as well. But anyway,
you have to lemon.
The anus needs a mousse, a lemon mousse. Yeah, six of these massive fat tablets a day that look chalky, but have the weird. They're almost like a biscuity texture, which is weird. But you have to take loads of those. Anyway, I got a little tub of them. 30 tablets, 6 a day.
Hang on, you said they're called fiber gel.
Fibo gel, yeah, but tablets.
But it doesn't sound like a gel. If it's
a company. The company's called Fiber Gel.
It just sounds like you've got a pack of biscuits and you're eating them.
Did you just have a pack of hobnobs again?
I just asked you to do the maths there. I hope
what maths? What maths?
So there's six tablets a day. And you get 30. You get 30 tablets.
Well, that's wrong.
5.
Already.
5 days.
Yeah, about 5 days. And they're like 15 quid.
So in 10 days.
How expensive is medicine now?
That's 30 quid for 10 days.
How expensive is medicine? What's that about?
15 quid for 5 days, apparently.
I was going to say, if you're specifying a certain product, then £15 for 5 days. But hay fever tablets, I stock up over Christmas because most people only have allergies throughout, hay fever allergies throughout, the summertime. So they crank up the price and triple the price to like 6-7 quid a box through summer. The 90p at the moment at your local supermarket or convenience store, probably. So I stock up and buy, because there's no limit on hay fever tablets. Paracetamol, you buy 2 and, that's it. That is absolutely
trucks worth of.
But I bought like 15, 20 boxes because I have to take them daily.
It's like why you should buy snow shovels in the summer as well. You're a genius, Benson.
Or like shorts
and
in winter.
Winter coats in the summer.
Yeah,
but they're
seasonal discounts, my friends. Seasonal discounts.
Seasonal discounts. God, you shopping guru.
Tune in next week to find out Benson's shopping tip of the week.
Benson's shopping tips.
So, has the fiber gel got you going, or is it a myth? Is it a pseudo science?
No, so I'm still not enjoying life at the minute, I have to be honest.
How long have you been taking the gel for?
Since yesterday. I've been crunching on the weird biscuit tablets.
They take a few days to kick in.
Yeah,
do they? Are you speaking as a man of experience here?
You'll be driving down the motorway and all hell will break loose.
All kick in then.
Well, I hope
laxatives normally, in TV films and stuff, it looks like it's an instant reaction. All laxatives is doing is building back up and retaining moisture in your digestive system. So once it's ready and everything's loosened back up, it all comes out in one, but it takes a few days to do that.
I think we should stop this conversation. I really appreciate it. It's actually helping me, but we should probably move on for the sake of the podcast and our listeners' delicate
Are you kidding me?
Are you sure you don't want to continue talking about your shit, Sam? God.
Tune in next week to find out Sal had a bowel movement.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, Benson was talking about being fingered by a doctor, and now we're talking about my anus. We probably need to move on to Adam's bum. How's your bum, Adam?
Yeah, it's all right,
Good, glad to hear it. Has anybody got a story or a talking point or something to move us on quickly from this horrible conversation?
I've got something that
it's my fault.
I've got something that relates perfectly to bumholes and poo, and that is a story to do with Christmas.
Oh, beautiful. Like now, Mr. Hanky.
The Christmas poo.
Like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. But instead, this isn't Mr. Hanky. It is about a white bearded man, though. An elderly white bearded man. Who could you think that could be? That's not a sentence. Who do you think that could be?
David Bellamy.
Yeah.
No. Another person to do with Christmas.
David Jason. Who else is to do with Christmas? Has a white beard.
A big man, a big elderly man with a white beard at Christmas time, around 65 years of age.
He's 65 years old and he's a big one.
Sounds a bit nonsense.
I thought Robbie Coltrane had died.
Well, this story was from 2019. He didn't have a white beard.
He might have done towards the end.
It isn't. It was clean shaven. He had a fake beard for Harry Potter. And that was about it. Anyway,
well, so... We apologise for the Coltrane slander.
Okay, so neither of you have guessed correctly. It was obviously David Wayne Oliver, age 65 from Colorado Springs.
That's what I said. Did you not hear me? I said, when you asked, I said David Wayne Oliver.
From Colorado
Did my
Springs.
mic cut out?
I think your mic was... No, don't tell the listeners about how we're doing this. There's still a secret.
I didn't. Somebody guessed, on Twitter. I said, "Oh, can you guess how we're doing it? Because we're not using the internet." And it was Mr. Court, actually, who gave us an update on the Citroen Berlingo passenger side footwell, which was definitely welcomed. But he also wagered a guess on how we're actually doing the recording. He was completely wrong, of course, because he didn't suggest magic. He said we might be doing it by like phone call and speaking into microphones individually and recording it locally and then sending and then sharing the MP3 files.
He's missed out all the French cabbages and all the dogs that get involved as well. There's so many moving parts now.
We like to call them chien.
The chien.
If we talk this chien, if we're talking about French, they are French poodles, right?
French poodles and
French cabbages
as well.
Yeah, French cabbages, French poodles.
Yeah,
it's an age-old Parisian technique for podcasting.
Parisian technique.
Right.
Established in the 1600s, I believe, but shrouded in secrecy and was actually buried under the Arc de Triomphe for many, many years in a bunker. And Adam recently, on a visit to France, stumbled upon this bunker, found this secret to everlasting podcasting, and now here we are, recording into phones and doing it locally.
Electronic devices, God. We're using the traditional podcasting methods that have been lost to time.
An MP3 as well. We clearly record direct to vinyl and then post each other the vinyls.
Once the dogs and cabbages have been involved.
Yeah, once everything else that you've said's been involved, and then we mix it live. We mix it on turntables live.
This is like the three seashell mystery in Demolition Man. People will never know how we use those dogs and cabbages to create what is going on right now. What you're listening to right now, created by French dogs and French cabbages. Never forget.
Well, now that we've told them about the French cabbage, I'll continue with the story.
What was the story, is there?
So,
how many French
David Wayne Oliver?
In the story?
David Wayne Oliver, who has a passing resemblance.
Yeah,
no, it's David Wayne Oliver.
Too many first names going on. Too many first names.
Well, you know what they say about
why is he hoarding all the first names? Is he
old
just
Mark,
trying to keep
Mark
them
Steve
all?
Darren.
Mark Steve Darren the 17th.
Yeah, I
John
don't like
Wayne
it. There's too many. All right.
Oh, fucking hell! You're taking it down a notch there, aren't you?
Yeah.
God,
and they're not
first names.
Let's stop clowning around.
No.
Okay, let's get serious. Okay, so
David Wayne Oliver.
David Wayne Oliver, 65 from Colorado Springs, has a passing resemblance to another festive person who has a white beard. That would be
David Bellamy.
Yes,
Danny
David
DeVito.
Bellamy.
My first guess was a David, wasn't it? I'm quite impressed. You must have been thinking, oh, he's going to get it right for like a split second,
for half a second.
So and I'm reading this verbatim just before we question why I'm bringing race into this.
Are you reading it verbatim because you've not read the story yet?
Of course I've not read it. A white bearded white man. That's
a white bearded white man.
A white bearded white man robbed a bank 2 days before Christmas. I feel like I'm about to do it's the night. So it's 2 nights before Christmas, and all through the bank.
Nobody stirred. Not even a wank.
Customer was stirring because the white bearded white man was holding him at gunpoint. So he robbed the bank, and then he threw the money in the air and enthusiastically wished passers-by and customers a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Oh, like he made it rain.
Giving it away.
He made it rain, but he was just throwing cash around. He robbed the bank and then said Merry Christmas and
just threw it around.
Money at people.
Yeah.
When you said that, when you said he threw the money up in the air, my brain instantly envisaged a swag bag, like a bag with a dollar sign on it.
One solid bulk of money.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw, and then I imagined an 80s sitcom freeze frame as he throws the money up, and then expected everyone to freeze, and then the police just turn up and shoot him with a taser.
Or a gun. No. I suppose that's the perks of being an older white male.
When someone does something like this, though, can't the police just turn the other way? Just go and catch the murderers and the rapists and that, and leave the man who took the money from the bank and gave it to the poors.
Yeah, it's a modern day Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a modern day Santa Claus. He's actually Santa Claus.
Maybe not, because the people in the bank are probably not poor as such.
Yeah, the people behind the till don't own that money. It's still not their money.
Oh yeah, banks have enough money. They can fuck right off. we know certain banks that have £1.92 billion fines and still exist to this day. How can you get fined like nearly £2 billion and still just be fine?
I don't know. What's his name? Him who owns Amazon lost half of his wealth in his divorce and was still the richest man in the world. I mean, that's pretty crazy, is that?
Just give me some of it. I'll do better things than he would.
Yeah, just give me a little bit.
I could take like £1,000 and do something better with it.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more. It's not like they'll miss it. But anyway, so David Wayne Oliver, I think was his name. I've put the story
John Wayne
down
Gacy.
Sean Wayne Gacy, Oliver, was throwing the money around, and then the passers-by and the customers were all scooping up the money. I imagine it's a bit like a film.
Then.
Yeah. And
like, it's a Christmas miracle.
Robbed, but instead giving us cash. Way.
2 days before Christmas, he's probably gone to feeding some kids and no, you don't feed presents, but you know what I mean.
Feed kids the presents. Eat the presents, children. This is all you're getting for Christmas.
So this guy sent himself to prison in order just to help some people out around Christmas.
Well, he doesn't actually say he went to prison. He was arrested because the police reported
he went to prison, robbing a bank at gunpoint. Of course he did.
Calm yourself down. So the police said an older white male with a white beard. I don't know why they're so focused on the race and beard colour, but
he's white.
Robbed the Academy Bank in Colorado Springs on Monday lunchtime. He robbed the bank, came out, threw the money all over the place.
Yeah.
A witness, Dion Pascal, told Colorado's 11 News.
I'm assuming he meant
him up, man. This is Santa.
He started, she didn't. Is Dion a girl's name? I suppose she didn't get any of the money that was on the floor. Witnesses said that I don't know what this word means. The spelling is HIRSUTE. What's that?
It's what?
HIRSUTE.
HIRSUTE.
Hotel India.
Romeo
Sierra Uniform Tango Echo.
Her sister.
Her suit.
Witnesses said the hirsute suspect then wandered over to a nearby Starbucks coffee shop.
Hirsute?
I don't know. I'm asking you what the fucking word means.
Hairy. Hairy, because he's got a beard.
Right. So witnesses said the hairy suspect then wandered over to the nearby Starbucks coffee shop. He sat down in front of it and waited to be arrested. In a particularly festive gesture, the passers-by are reported to have scooped up all the money from the street. Oh, the passers-by scooped up all the money from the street and took it back inside the bank. Wow.
Boo! Boo to the passers-by. That deserves
the biggest boo of all time.
Boo! He has done a nice thing for people, and they've gone, bank, you can have all your money back.
They've shat on it, haven't they? They've absolutely shat on
bastards. This. Take the money.
That's really annoying. That's really annoying me.
People are disappointing sometimes.
After the police named the suspect, they said that he was not believed. He is not believed to have had any little helpers. But the bank had little helpers. The do-gooders of Colorado Springs. Keep the money. It's all in shit.
You think the bank's going to give him a reward? Oh, here, thanks for protecting our money. Here's some of it. No.
That's not Christmas at all.
Benson, why did you bring us this horrible story?
I know. I've ruined Christmas for everybody.
You've ruined it all.
Yeah, I just double-checked. He did go to prison and he was actually sentenced to death. So he did all of that and
then got murdered, and they just gave the
money
money back.
I hope you all
to
feel
the bank.
happy about yourselves now, giving the money back.
Those people suck.
He gave his life for festivities.
They actually said that, if the people had kept the money, then they would have taken a more lenient stance with him.
Exactly, but because they gave it back, they realised that the public wanted him to be dealt with harshly.
Yeah, and he was dealt with harshly. Harshly.
Death.
as harsh as you can get, really.
Full on. As harsh as it gets.
Harshed is mellowed is harshed is mellow.
Harsh is mellow. Mellowed is harsh.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
killed his buzz.
Harsh mellow man. Anyway, yeah. So I did look it up. I couldn't find if he actually went to prison, but I'm sure he did. If he robbed a bank at gunpoint and possibly, caused somebody some life trauma just to throw money up in the air for people to give it all back.
Just a smattering the teller. We're just having a sprinkling of trauma today, just a seasoning of it, just a light trauma. You'd be really
fucked off, though, wouldn't you? You'd be sat there in prison on death row going, you fucking do-gooders. Giving them.
Fucking give the money back.
The tale of Robin Hood wasn't takes from the rich, gives to the poor give it back to the rich. That didn't happen.
Imagine in Robin Hood, he turns up in all these poor villagers and he gives them all the stuff, then they go, no! They just take it back to the rich baron.
And then hang him.
And he just takes it all back and gives them a penny. Oh, dear.
Disgraceful behaviour.
What has happened to this fucking world? I'm depressed now. You ruined my entire Christmas.
Me too. Me too. Let's change the subject.
Please don't bring stories like that anymore.
I didn't fucking read the end of it, did I? I didn't read any of it. To be honest.
Go on, what was the end? Is there a happy ending?
No, that was
didn't read it before we recorded it.
We got to the end. The end was horrible. They gave the money back to the bank.
And now it's been nied. The end was nied.
It's been so nied out.
So nied. It's Bill Nied, the past tense story guy.
Boo.
Well, let's have another listener question. Do you want to give me a little jingle for the listener question section, Benson?
Listener question time on the podcast, Killer Rabbit.
Yeah, perfect. So this one comes from Dean. I don't feel like we've shouted out Dean enough over the years.
Dean's a local lad as well, isn't he?
He's a local lad, solid listener. Been there since the dawn of time. Always gives us a little shout out, gives us a little like, a little thumbs up, a little share, a little subscribe. He's a good guy, Dean. And he don't get the kudos on this podcast that he probably should. So this is for you, Dean. We notice you. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening this week, everybody. That's bye from Benson.
And it's bye from Sam.
Bye from Adam.
Are we doing fake endings every week now? Is that
yeah, like the fake endings.
Just always.
Because one day it'll be like we've done a fake ending and we'll actually end it.
Yeah, let's do that. 1 week. It's like a 3-minute episode.
Yes. That'd be nice
but we'd have to have like 57 minutes of silence at the end.
So it doesn't look suspect.
Yeah, don't give the game away before people start listening.
Or then at the 52nd minute, go back on. And it's like an Easter egg towards the end. We're talking out live on the podcast of our plan to annoy people.
We fucked it, really, didn't we? We said it all.
No, we can edit this out. We'll edit all this out. It's fine. We'll do it.
Yes, I will remember to edit all this out. So, Dean.
Old Dino.
What have you got for us, Dean?
Dean says, if you could each swap places with one of the other lads, who would you be for the day? Why them? And what would you do? Who wants to go first?
None of us, really. I don't know who I'd fucking swap places with.
I think it's a case of you've got to. So if you've got to pick one of us, then who would it be? Why? What would you do?
Sam, I would want to be you because I would love to see the perspective of the world from your stature.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly that. It'd be great to see things from lower down.
Really? Well, my reasoning
5
was
5 minutes maybe, and then I'd want to be back tall.
And then
again.
towards the end of it, if I knew when I was going to get swapped back, I'd chop your penis off.
So my reasoning was similar but much better, obviously, because
it's you and you're better than everyone.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, there is that, but obviously I can't see colours, so I was thinking I'd be either of you to be able to see colours, but then I thought I don't want to be Benson because he's got shit eyes as well. So I'm not. I'm not swapping my shit eyes for somebody else's slightly
Imagine
differently
that.
shit
I can see
eyes.
colour, but it's all blurry now.
Exactly.
That's just God playing mean tricks.
I'm going to be Adam just for that moment that you see on those Enchroma glasses adverts where people are like, oh my God, I've seen colour for the first time. It'd probably be a really cool experience for me.
Yeah.
I'd love you to be able to see colour for the first time.
My options are, do I go for colourblind or shit eyes?
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
It's more, do you go for
short or
do you go for like morbidly obese or colourblind and short? It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's only a day though, isn't it? So do you not wonder what my vision is like? I know you don't want blurry vision, Adam. But you might
would.
Crazy
I'm just gonna point this out. I do wear glasses, which stops the vision from being blurry. Just FYI.
No, never gonna.
Yeah, nobody wants to be a nerd, Poindexter.
Yeah, I am the definition of nerd. That is me.
See,
you wear glasses, you're a nerd.
The fact that it's a full day is what scares me. I'd want to do it for like an hour. A full day is a
you
long
couldn't handle
time.
a full day.
No, I don't want to be like that for a full
just
day.
feel tired.
I mean,
if you feel tired, so you
you'd
end up
feel very
sleeping the whole
tired.
time.
Why would we feel tired?
Because I'm tired all the time.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm tired
also
all the
tired.
time.
Me too.
Yeah, I would wager that I'm probably more tired than all of you on account that I'm older.
So now we'd find out who was right about who's the most tired. We could all try each other's bodies and be like, well, let's see.
Comparatively, Benson's still a spring chicken. He's
Benson,
be
you should be
tired.
You should be like the most fit out of all of us.
But I'm massively overweight. You know, that takes its toll on you.
Oh, no.
If I could be 20... How old are you? 28 or 9?
25.
29.
29. If I could be 29 again.
Well, you can't be, Sam. You can't be.
Well, I could be if I went into your body, but I'm not. We've already discussed that. I'm going into
You could actually fit inside my body. You could actually fit inside my body and control me with controls, move me around.
Like the alien from Men in Black.
Like the alien from Men in Black.
Do you know what? As a follow-up to Dean's question, he also said, well, no, he said he sent that question in, and I said, ha, 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 perfect, thank you. And then Dean said,
perfect.
Also, I remember that Adam loved an in-depth conversation on aliens, and you've just mentioned aliens there.
Look at that. There's always talk of aliens.
Dean is in your brain, man.
Dean's
like
the
alien from Men in Black. Is there an alien in a brain somewhere?
I can't remember a brain alien.
That's what we're talking about. No, it's in the dude's head, isn't it? They open his head up and it's controlling him like a robot.
What about Krang? Krang was a brain alien, wasn't he? From Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah,
Krang
he was. He was in like a jar in the belly. But Benson doesn't know Turtles. Stop excluding Benson with the Turtles talk.
I think you need to go and watch all of the Turtles, Benson. I'm going to start doing that again. Well,
what colour are the turtles, Sam?
Green. Ah, there you go.
I thought they were black and white for you. Do you just not see everything in sepia?
No, I'm not a dog.
Look, I'm not going to watch some cartoon with a wolf
green
rat
at all. The turtles are blue and purple.
Oh, and red and orange, as per their bandanas.
So you can see colour. You've just been claiming against the government all this time.
Imagine that, getting benefits for being colourblind because you just occasionally see colours a bit different. Yeah, there's no benefits for that, unfortunately.
It's only occasionally. Does that mean sometimes you see colours normally and then occasionally they all go, oh, there's no colour? There's no colour.
Like the colours run away sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they just hide. They just hide under rocks and stuff.
Those colours
Stupid reds and breds running away from me, bastards. No, I think I see some colours okay, don't I? Do I? I don't know.
I don't know. It's no point asking us.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if I'm right, do I? I just look at things and think, yep, that's yellow. But I don't know if it is. I don't have to verify and check every colour-based decision that I make.
I feel like...
It's just occasionally when I do make one and people go, no, that's wrong.
So just going back then to Dean's question, neither of you want to be me, is that correct?
Well, I was going to say, I feel like for science, I'd have to be Sam to see how good he sees colour. I'd have to know.
I'd want to see that.
Yeah.
As a general point, I would like to be you, Benson, but just for the vision thing, I don't want to. Just for a day.
Sorry, what if I got my eyes lasered like 3 weeks before to let them?
Oh,
heal?
you. I'd be straight in your body.
I just don't like the fact that nobody wanted to be me. That's just upsetting.
No,
really.
I'm straight in. Fucking balls deep, mate.
balls deep.
You've already been
you would
there.
go balls deep.
No, you seem to have a more cheery disposition than any of us, Benson. I think
That's
I'd
very
like
true.
to
You're
experience
much more
that for a
positive.
day.
Would I be able to experience that though? Would I get the personality
that's
as well?
That's your you bring your emotions across, but it's not my body that makes me fucking cheery.
Yeah, well, that's it. There's no fucking point then.
Yeah.
If I could try out your personality for a bit, I'd be down there.
Yeah.
It's tiring though, lads. I'll be honest, it's very
Stop
tiring.
saying you're tired. You're telling two people older than you that you're tired.
I'm exhausted.
I've had enough.
All the time.
I've had enough of this.
Do you think,
These young whippersnappers saying they're bloody tired.
Do you think if it was easy being cheery, everyone would do it? It takes it out of you.
Is that what it is?
I'm just slowly exerting like radiation energy.
It's not.
Well, they say that thing.
cheery.
It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile, but it takes even less to just be completely placid and neutral.
To have a face that's
Rest in
just
bitch
flat.
face.
Yeah, RBF for the win, my friends.
That's how it should be.
You have never ever had resting bitch. You're way too your facial expressions are characterized loads. You don't have a resting bitch face.
Yeah,
Well, I don't smile really
on my face.
I don't frown either because frowning makes me talk a bit like that.
If you
Sam,
frown,
if you frown, you don't talk like that. It does not do that to your face. Frowning does not change your voice to that extent. It's not like your face melts off.
I'm
frowning. That you don't.
I'm frowning right now.
Fucking stand talking.
I'm frowning.
Why are you doing that with your mouth? Why are you doing that with your mouth? Why?
When I say frowning, I'm turning my smile upside down rather than turning my frown upside down into a smile. I'm doing it the opposite way. And that makes me talk like that.
What are you doing? you entertained yourself there, haven't you?
Try and do an upside down smile and then talk to me.
I'm doing an upside down smile and I'm talking to you. Oh, that's a new character voice right there.
I'm doing an upside down smile right now. I'm doing an upside down smile.
I told you.
I'm smiling upside down.
I told you.
Oh, wow, that's a cool voice there. I'm keeping that one.
I told you.
I told you. I told you. I've seen some people, I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's genetics or what, but some people actually have an upside down smile. Have you ever seen it?
What?
Where the face just naturally looks like an upside down smile.
I have seen these kind of people, yes.
You know what
like
I mean?
their resting
So
face, their mouth just looks like a sad face,
smile.
like a frowny face.
Yeah, and then, so when they smile, most of the mouth stays the same shape, but the sides go up a bit, so it looks like a handlebar moustache almost. I don't know how to describe it better than that.
That was an interesting.
So there you go. I'm glad we answered Dino's question.
We'd all be Sam.
We'd all be Sam.
And Sam would be me.
Sam loves himself that much that he would refuse to be anyone else.
I'd be both. I'd love to be tall. Bloody hell. Yeah, I saw a video the other day. Have you seen the people that like short guys that go and get the limb stretching surgery?
Yes.
Limb lengthening. God, the lengths you have to go to be tall. It takes like
you have to go to.
you
Hey,
know
it takes
what? I'm sorry, but
it takes like a year of recovery. You have to walk around like
physio and stuff. Again.
Careful, Sam. You have to walk around like somebody that can't walk very well for a year.
Wow, you were careful there.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, with all your legs fucking braced up with metal. And then you have to basically learn to walk again because you get your legs stretch out and like metal pin. Come on, I mean, I get that people want to do these.
Yeah, but if you're short, surely you can become disproportionate then. You'll just have really long legs and then a small torso still.
Yeah, really short arms.
Back in my day, right, people just wore stilts.
Yeah, I could go away with stilts. I could do stilts.
Just get some stilts, Sam. Just get some stilts.
Yeah, some really long trousers.
Really long trousers. Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
Or just sit on someone else's shoulders, get another person your height, get a long raincoat. I mean, that's tried and tested, is that?
It is.
Yeah, that's how I'll sneak into the movie theaters that I can never get in because I'm so short.
Because that's what it is. That's what they have on films now. It's you can only watch this film if you're over this height.
To sneak into a theatre, surely you'd want to be short to go past the counter.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone just walked past. Don't be silly. You would have seen them. They'd have been taller than the counter.
That's true. He's right.
He's right, you know.
He's right, you know. But that's the thing with cinemas. It's like what Adam said. They don't have you must be this tall to view this film.
Did you not sneak into films, but did you get into films before you were of age to view the film?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So no.
Yeah. I would say it was much easier to get into films that you were too young for than it was to buy cigs or alcohol when you were too young.
Yeah, but you get
other
other people to do that for you.
Yeah, you can't get someone else to go to the cinema for you.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it's all right.
If you give someone some money and be like, go watch this film for me, and then you're like sat outside.
Can you go and watch Saw 3 for me?
Go watch that film and then give me a detailed description of what happens after. So you'll tell me next what happens. Yeah.
Why don't you go and watch it? I'm just going to smoke these 10 Richmond that someone else got me. Sound, lad, sound. Thank you. Did you ever do that? I've collected.
Did you ever send anybody into the shop to get you stuff?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I was quite lucky when I was like 16. I looked 18. Or if you went to the right shop, they just didn't give a fuck anyway. So
I know we're from North anyway. Most of the time they didn't care, but yeah, you would just stand outside and wait till someone went past.
Oh, you can't do that these days. Shop? You'd get kidnapped these days. You get nonced straight away.
You get nonced in a second.
Has anybody ever asked you?
What, to nonce?
Yeah.
No, nobody's ever asked me to do that, thank God.
No.
And nobody's ever asked me to go in the shop, and I would say no because
somebody has asked me to go into the shop to get cigs for them.
Oh, I've never been asked.
Yeah, but that was me. That's just because I was too lazy to go. No, I wouldn't. I mean, Sam, they're not going to ask you, surely.
Yeah, you're too.
Why? Yes, I can go in. Which colour are the cigarette packets that you want?
It's like asking a toddler to go in for you.
I'm an old bastard. They're not going to, again.
Yeah, but you've got to be this tall to buy cigarettes.
Yeah, if the cinema aren't going on height, then the shops aren't either. Come on, be consistent with your reasoning,
Plus,
gentlemen.
I do all my shopping online now, so you don't have to mingle with.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to mingle.
Oh,
are you an online shopper now as well?
I'm an online shopper.
I've been an online shopper for a while. I buy certain things from the shop that I have to view first, like a car, for example, and then.
Oh, so you don't online shop for cars? You don't just order a car online and have it turn up? Then?
I get my monthly car online. To be fair,
yeah. What about your weekly car? Where'd you get your weekly car from?
But I do like to go to the fresh car shop for that, where they have the fresh
have you tried the organic car?
The organic one. Nice. It's a bit pricey. The organic one. I do like the fresh cut, and I like my fresh cars. In
some shops though, they've removed the expiry date off the cars, which is very annoying because you don't know how long your car's going to last,
and
or
you
whether
don't know
it's
if
going to
petrol or diesel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so that's why I go to the shop, make sure it's in, do the old tire kick test, and then I buy it. But things like fresh fruit and veg, I don't care. Just get it in an online shop. Easy peasy. Exactly. Lemons, carrots.
I don't trust the pickers enough. I don't trust the pickers.
The pickers are robots, Sam. You know that, right?
I need to inspect my meat, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I
can inspect it for you if you like.
Yeah, what's going on here? Is this part of this whole getting married thing to make more money situation?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not buying into that yet, Benson. Come on, get with the program.
I'm not going to start inspecting your meat. Like, if we get married, we're going to be like a middle-aged Catholic couple. That's all I'm saying.
Good. That will sell. We'll be on the front of Apple Podcasts before you know. What are we going to call it, though? It needs a snappy name, like
middle-aged
married,
Catholic.
Annoyed, or...
That's not snappy. That's 3 words. It just goes on
forever.
forever.
But it's cleverish, isn't it? It's got the pun in there.
No, it's 3 words. That's not very clever.
What's the one with the guy from The In-Betweeners called? They've got one as well.
I'm just showing off.
I'm shouting out. The one from the In-Betweeners.
I don't know. I don't watch this.
Him and his missus are doing one. Peter Crouch, him and his missus are doing one.
What doing what? What are they? What? Because I'm completely lost now. I remember you said Shag, Marry, Avoid. I know what that was, and then you started talking about other stuff, and I do not know what you're talking about.
They're all podcasts. I'm again just giving reasoning for why we need to get married and then have maritals on the podcast. In fact, just looking now, top comedy shows of 2023. Right, the first one is Off Menu. The next one is James Acaster and Ed Gamble.
I like James Acaster.
Not too keen on him. I like James Acaster. Did you know that James Acaster lost his wife to Mr. Bean?
Rowan Atkinson.
What, like actual he Mr. drove Bean? A Mini into him? Into her?
No. So, Mr. Rowan Atkinson.
Or he just watched so much Mr. Bean that his wife decided to leave him.
Or it's a bit of this and a bit of that. Became obsessed with Mr. Bean and left him to watch Mr. Bean.
A year after she left him, he was reading the newspaper and he saw it in that, and she'd said that she'd been with Rowan Atkinson for like a year at that point, and they were engaged. So,
and he didn't know.
James Acaster lost, and obviously he phrases it that exact way. But you know your life's pretty poor when Mr. Bean steals your wife.
Wow, that sucks.
And that's the thing about sort of celebrity dating as well, isn't it? If you get with somebody and then you're not with them anymore, you'll see them in like the papers,
in the papers and
pictures
shit.
Of them.
Oh,
yeah,
couldn't imagine anything worse. If I break up with someone, it's as if they never existed, and that's how.
You don't want to see them too often, do you? But anyway, top comedy shows of 2023. So Off Menu is at the top. The next one is the Therapy Crouch, which is Peter Crouch and his missus. Peter Crouch and his missus.
Like what the Therapy Couch.
What, marriage and stuff like that, and you know.
Sure, there's only so much you can talk about with marriage.
Do they have a good marriage? Or?
The one after that is Shag, Married, Annoyed with Chris and Rosie.
They're on like a stadium tour at the moment, aren't they?
Exactly. The one after that is Newlyweds with Sophie and Jamie Lang. Who the fuck? Do you see what I mean?
What's that one about? Just getting married and... Are these comedy shows?
Getting married, getting shagged, getting annoyed.
How are these comedy shows? They just sound like
that one was called it was called Nearly Weds, and then they got married, and now it's Newlyweds. Oh
God!
So three of the top four there are like, we're married and we talk about things.
Oh, you've done your research then, so I suppose we should get married.
There you go.
I'm starting to
agree
with it more now.
I'm doing my research live on the podcast
Sometimes
right now.
I think I should start listening to podcasts on a regular basis, and then something like this happens where you tell me what the top ones are, and I'm like, no, I'm glad I don't, because it's just basically as bad as TV was when I stopped watching that. With all the fucking Love Island and bollocks that was on there.
You don't listen to those ones.
No, you just got to find the super niche ones that no one has ever heard about, that you've just got to somehow find and come across magically.
How do we expect people to fucking find us?
I don't
know. We just need to do a stadium tour, and then people might know us then.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine booking a stadium tour and just like with no guarantee of selling any tickets?
Oh, my money would drop on it. I'll be fine.
Good evening, Wembley. And there's just one person back. Hello.
That's what our listeners sound
like.
Hi, Dave. That's Sam's impression of our listeners.
Our listener. One listener.
But I can also imagine that
Wembley.
if we did a stadium tour, you'd ask for like live engagement, audience participation. It'd just be silence, full audience, but it's just like you can hear a cricket noise in the background.
But it's all fine because we're going to get married, aren't we? And then we're just going to have marital disputes live on the podcast, and then we're going to then things are really going to take off. That's how it works.
That's
guaranteed.
Next episode, we will all be married. Wish us luck, everybody.
60% of the time, it works every time. So I'm told.
So you are told. Well, I think that's a good place to end this show now. Not a fake ending, but a proper
It's a forced ending again. We're going to end it now.
Benson just trying to wrap things up. Well, we're going to need a sound effect just to take us into the ending, so we'll just have to see what happens, see what magical sound effect awaits just round the corner. It could be anything, couldn't it? It could be the crickets chirping, like Benson just mentioned. It could be the sound of a rabid dog biting a small child. It could be the sound of a telescope creaking in the wind. But
a telescope creaking in the wind, is that a common sound?
Well, no, it's not common, but we can make it because we do our own sound effects. Sounds a bit like this. There you go. There we go. Put those two together.
I love it.
Yeah, it's either get married or we just become Foley artists.
Married, so then the podcast will be called Foley Married Annoyed.
Foley Christ Batman. I don't know.
It'd be something like Sounding Married.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's taken me 50 minutes to go back on the idea. Let's not get married. Let's go back to hating each other. You bastards!
Yeah, fuck you!
Fuck you guys, you fucking pricks!
Fuck
yeah, get out of my ears! Get out of my ears, all of you!
Go on,
fuck off! Get out! Get out of my ear canal!
Sam, where can people find us?
We haven't got to the ending yet.
We are at the ending right now.
No.
This is the fucking end. Either say where they can find us, or the episode will end.
We haven't got to the. I'm doing the sections in my head, and we haven't moved on to that section yet. We
just did the fucking sound effect, you prick.
No, we carried on after that. We need a certain stop.
Do we not do a sound
this
effect?
Will be edited out. All of it.
Yeah. Stop forcing me to move on with sound effects.
But Sam, that's how you understand where we are in the show.
Right, okay. There we go. Sam is now satisfied that we can move on to the ending section, and thus this is the ending section.
No, it's not.
Thank you very much for listening along.
Not the ending section.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not.
Oh, have you gone back on that
yeah,
now? You want to?
No, it's not. This is not the ending section.
We might need a sound effect to reverse us back out of this section into the previous section.
Now we're going to go forwards into a different section.
Into a different section after the ending?
No, just a new section. It's a new ending section.
What is it?
A better section. It's the ending.
I'm excited.
It's a better ending section.
I know to start the next section. Are you ready?
Go on
then.
Hello, it's Killer Rabbit episode 41. How have you all been? It's been a whole week since we've seen you. I am joined by my wonderful, sexy husbands, Mr. Sam.
We got married this week.
We got married, yeah.
What is going on?
You've been entered in the infinite loop of podcasting.
Yeah, we don't go to the ending anymore. We just go to the intro.
I promise.
Of the next
I'll end
episode.
it.
Not slow with the ending that we've started the next episode.
Oh my God!
We start the next episode instead of doing the ending now, so we're stuck. This is it.
I've been Sam.
Sam,
Stop trying to force it, Sam. Stop trying to force it.
Sam.
We've gone past it.
We've gone past the end. Now we've
Can
got
we
to
go
do another
back?
follow.
No, we need to go back. Turn around. Seriously, turn around. Spin it round. Come off at the next exit. Come off at the next exit. Go back down the podcasting highway.
We've gone too far. We're going to keep going forward.
I will turn this podcast around.
You simply missed the exit. It's fine. We'll come off at the next one. We'll take a detour through that lovely little village.
The next one's not for 50 minutes.
No, it's
So then when we get there, we might as well just end both episodes.
Oh, this is the worst motorway ever. There's 50 minutes between exits.
You
miss it.
After that one, it's hours. It's hours. You miss the next one. It's hours.
Oh, thanks for listening. Really enjoyed having your company here. This has been Killer Rabbit Podcast. If you'd like to come and say hello to us, please do so. Find us online on the socials at Killer Rabbit Pod or email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks very much for joining and listening. I've been Sam.
I've been Benson.
And I've been Adam.
Bye for now, everybody. Bye.